Good morning. It is a little before 6 on a Saturday. I got up at 5, but I wanted to play a computer game while I woke up, and also I published the next chapter of my fan fiction, so not so productive yet, but I'm hoping to change that now, so let's get started. So the first thing I did after I went to grab a candle and my water bottle was to study computer science for an hour and 20 minutes. So a lot of this time is spent completing the coding quizzes in the course and some exercises which you are given a sort of spec for and then you complete. So I'm doing edX's How to Code Basic Data. There's a link below if you want to join me. I'm following the OSU curriculum and there's a link for that too. Then next I moved on to Duolingo to study some Chinese. I decided to learn Chinese as I have very lovely colleagues who suffer through my horrific Chinese and help me practice. But after a while I realised that Duolingo was really struggling here. I got really frustrated because a couple of the listening exercises don't accept the correct answers, and after checking the forum I decided to switch to Nin Chinese only. Nin Chinese is also linked below. That's the a really good Chinese kind of like storytelling lesson, but that isn't completely free as Duolingo is, so I haven't decided if I'm going to be spending money on it. I should really start practicing Swedish again instead of Chinese now that I, live here. So I'm going to see if I can add some Swedish reading to my day, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes of a book or online or something like that. At this point it was pretty clear that I was no longer learning anything, I was just doing the same flashcards over and over again. So I decided to stop drilling vocabulary and move on to the rest of my to-dos, starting with 10 minutes of meditation. Also, it's really weird watching yourself meditate, especially when it's going 20 times as fast. You can just see my shoulders moving up and down. Then I needed to get some writing done, or actually in this case some editing. My lovely beta reader had spotted a ton of mistakes in this chapter, including that I at one point had the two main characters teleporting, completely unintentionally of course, about the room. So one of them would be standing at the table and then they'd be across the room at the sink, and then the other one would be holding hands with them and then they'd be again across the room or in different rooms. It was all kind of a mess. I'm fairly sure I wrote it while I was asleep. So if you see me laughing, it's because I've discovered another moment where one of them has managed to teleport across the room. Thankfully, having a beta reader has meant that some of the stuff I write at 6 AM in the morning actually makes sense by the time it gets to readers. After that, my brain needed a break and I needed to clean the house, so I cleaned the microwave and the hob, and then I vacuumed the apartment. I might start actually not cleaning the hob or the oven top on a Saturday AM, as by the time we go to bed it's usually dirty again, and it takes a lot to clean, as you can see. I was here for about 20-30 minutes, so yeah, lesson in frustration. I'm sure the Buddhists would have something to say here. I have finished cleaning the apartment now, and I'm about to dance. So I took up dancing to the Just Dance fairly recently as a way of exercising after I get home from work. And you can see for yourself that white nerd is not a great look, but I did manage to get everything finished by 1 PM. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Thanks guys, bye!